Wait, I haven't done that. This right here is the hair towel that I'm going to make today. I made it already. This fabric that she's wearing is 12% polyester, which is the stretchy back. It's a stretch terry, and 78% cotton, and the cotton is the loop, and that's what makes it absorb and makes it so that you don't need a second towel. You can hang this on a doorknob or a hook in the bathroom to dry, and it'll be dry the next day, and then people don't need to use a second towel. When I was first Zazu's buttons, I was able to get this fabric that was cotton in the loops, and this is very dingy because it's like 14 years old and we've been using it all that time. It's the only one like this that I could find. The loop is frayed now, but still holding and still in that seam. I was using the same serger back then. But anyway, here's my button that I sewed on all those years ago. And then I made a bunch of I don't know when it was, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, that were bamboo, and some of them ended up getting dyed. And so this one is bamboo, and these are, like I say, these are the ones my daughter and I use. You can see that this one, the bamboo loops are starting to come off along this seam. I think this pink one probably gets used more. It may have been my daughter's favorite for a long time because she loved pink when she was little, and now she can't stand it. Green one. We used to have, this is what the bamboo looked like. The original color was very close to this, but this one seemed a lot of use too. We had a real nice magenta fuchsia dyed one, but I couldn't find it to show you today. The stretch does not go this direction. There's a little tiny bit, but the stretch really goes this way. And so you want your hair towel to go this direction. Again, I'll figure out a way to get this pattern on the website for you. They whip up in just a couple minutes. You still have to find the fabric, pre-wash, all of that. The bamboo was fairly expensive to make a hair towel, but I like them a lot because bamboo is naturally antimicrobial. Things are really heating up for me for the holidays, and so if I disappear for a while, please be patient. We'll try to do some bigger projects after Christmas, but I'm going to do as many little gift ones as quick as I can so that if people want to do them for holiday sewing, they can. Alright, so I have a bunch of leftover loops, and my daughter's favorite color right now is blue, so I'm just going to find a blue one to use. I'm probably going to actually dye hers when I'm dyeing some scarves, but I'll put a blue loop in case I don't do that, and it'll kind of go with this gray. This is sort of a gray-blue color. Before I get to the end, I'll add in that loop. Let's see, I'm on a pretty small stitch. I'm using a 4-thread serger stitch. So you can see if I were using white thread, this would look a lot neater. Cutting line went a little crooked there, but I'm trying to go straight. I've never reinforced this. I've always just left this sewn in like this, and you can see your stitches when you use a different color like this, but it doesn't pull out. I wasn't going to do these, but my daughter told me that we were at the hotel and she was using a regular towel, and she told me that she wanted to learn how to make these because she doesn't like to use a big fat towel because her whole life she's used these. I'm going to go past and have a nice long tail here. And then all we're going to do is poke it up through the middle of this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. poking it up through the middle of this seam, pulling it up through. Over tighten it a little, trim it off, and then pull this back out. And then it's just buried in there. And as I said, this, I've never had this pull out. I've had my button come off a little ways from the hem, the Serge hem, and I'm going to start on the top, and I'm going to go through, and I'm coming through all the layers of the seam, and I'm just going to come back up, and I'm going to take a nice big bite of that fabric. My thread is doubled, which I usually do, so 2 strands go through the eye. And I'm going to sew this button on. I think my daughter will like this blue. If I contact this woman that wanted one of these, I will fold it like this, and then like that. And then I would roll it up like this, and then put my piece of paper around, and I'll show that on the screen so you can see. And that's how I would sell them. So I would have a basket full of those, and I had a little sign, and I also always demoed them for people. And what I would do, I had one out that was always out, and I would show them with my hand that you put the button at the nape of your neck, and then you twist it, and then you pull it back, and you put it on like that. And that's how I would demo it in the booth for people. Her head's very small, but it's like this, and twist around, pull back, and she could use a little weight in her as well. And then it buttons in back, and it looks like that. That's what that looks like. Thanks.